Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about tools you can use to create online forms. We know how important it is to gather enough data from our customers and our audience in business or in content creation, anything that we're going to be doing online. Considering the recent issue that happened with IG and Facebook all shutting down and all, like we still needed to communicate to our audience and our customers, and gathering data from them in terms of their contact information is very, very, very important. And having forms that you can use to collect that data is a more sophisticated way of asking for the data instead of just saying, hey, what's up? Can I have your phone number? No, obviously not. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share a little trick on how you can actually get people to submit their names and email after creating the form, when you send the form to them. So let's get into the video. Before I get into the forms and tips, I want to introduce myself. My name is Shiba, and on this channel I share about my entrepreneurial journey, things that I've learned as an entrepreneur, and also share my love for fashion and some vlogs here and there. So if you like this kind of content, then do consider subscribing. The first form that I'm going to be sharing with you is Jot Forms. This particular list is not in any order. I'm just going to randomly say it, and I'm also going to give my opinion on each of them. So Jot Form has over 10,000 templates. It's extremely flexible, and these templates are grouped into different types of forms. So you can have contact form, you can have new client form, or things like that, different types of form grouped on their website. You can also have stores on your form, so you can actually create a form and add a store where people can make payments. You can also use the form to make payments. You can use the form to collect actual files, like you can let people upload files to the form, and that's why I like to use Just Forms for when I get clients. I need to get images that they've seen that they like. I want them to send them to me, so I'll have a whole form asking questions of certain information that I need from them, and then they'll just upload the files together with the same form and then send it over to me. You can integrate Just Forms to WordPress, MailChimp, Slack, Zoom, and so many other platforms. They also have a mobile app, and I actually like the fact that they have a mobile app because it's not all the time I'm in my system. It's not all the time you'll be with your system. So you'll be able to use the application to create forms, and manage your submissions on the go. You can also export your files to Excel to run more data analysis on it if you like, and it is completely free, guys. Like, it's free. They have paid versions as well, but you can obviously use free. Till today I'm still using the free version and I enjoy it very, very much. And their forms are actually ones that you can edit by yourself. You can also set permissions and sort of make it in a way that if someone selects a particular answer, the questions will be different from what another person would get if they select another answer. You can basically condition your form like that. So the second form I'm going to be talking about is Google Forms. Google Forms is not really that nice, I won't lie. I actually don't like it, but Google Forms works best for surveys. Like if you want to do like surveys in school, even if it was me, I would still use Just Forms or Type Forms if I feel like. But Google Form is what people usually use for surveys, especially in your school. You want to do your final year project or something like that. In my school, we used Google Forms a lot. That's the only reason why I use Google Form. Till today, I've never used Google Forms again. Google Form is actually very, very straightforward. They don't have so much there. I think they just have like 3 templates and they're not even realistic. Like, I've never needed it. I always start with like a blank page and stuff like that. But Google Forms is actually very, very good when it comes to gathering a lot of data, and if you want it to be connected to your Google account, you would use Google Form. The next one is Type Forms. Type Form is the most engaging type of forms ever. Like the first time I filled a type form, I was actually shocked. I was like, wow, is this a form? Am I filling a form? Each question is per screen. So like it's not really that cumbersome. Like, you don't have that feel of, oh, there's so many questions to answer, and then each question has its own flow of animation when it comes up on the screen. Then if you fill your name in the first question, all the other questions will have your name in them, like automatically. Some magic. Obviously it's not magic, it's technology, but yeah. So like that's the reason why I love Type Forms. I haven't really used Type Forms that much, like to create forms, but I've filled a lot of forms using on Type Form, and like it has always been very, 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 very nice. They have a free version, there's also paid ones as well, and they can also be integrated with your websites, Slack, Google Analytics, MailChimp, and so many other ones. Then we have Wix Forms. Wix Forms is like the best so far, like, that I've ever used, and the reason is because of the ecosystem around it. If you have a Wix website, I would say you should use Wix for your forms. Another thing is that Wix forms is attached to Wix email campaigns, meaning that even if you don't have a website and you have a Wix, basically how you do it is you create I can't really call it a website, but like a web page. On that page, you put in your form, and then you can put in like your logo or a little bit about your business or something, and just put your form there. And then when they submit, it's going into the database of your account on Wix. And from there, you can create email campaigns, whether you have a website or not. As long as you have a form on Wix, you'll be able to, create email campaigns. And this is why I actually love Wix, because I can create email campaigns, and I can actually create these campaigns also on my phone. I don't need to have the laptop with me to open the builder and do anything. No, I have the mobile app on my phone, and I just create my email campaigns, and it goes to all the people that have filled that particular form. And each form submission is grouped together. Like, all the submissions for Form A will be under Form A, all submissions for Form B. So if I have my first form for, maybe I marketed I was advertising my waiting list, so that's my waiting list form, and I have the other form for people that want to join my email list, right? So those are two different sets of people for different reasons. So I know that, okay, my email list, I have to send emails to them every week, so I'll use that particular form submission list and create an email campaign and send to them. And then for the other one is my waiting list, so I let them know, okay, what you have been waiting for is now finally here, so here is it. So I'm not mixing the two together. Do you understand? I don't have to take it to another software to sort it out. There are a lot of templates for Wix forms, but then it's 100% customizable. Like, you can change literally every single thing, including the thank you message. Like, when you click submit, obviously give a message that thank you for submitting, you can change that particular text there. Then you can also actually message those emails. So if you go on the mobile app, you can actually click on the particular contacts. It's actually called a contact in Wix, and then you can actually message them. Like, on your end, it's going to look like a messaging app. If the person has installed on their phone Spaces, and they have your Wix account is basically classified as a business, and they have your business on Spaces, then they will receive the message in that app. Or if they don't, they receive the message in their mail. So you can actually have conversations with them, and to you, it's going to look like a normal WhatsApp message. Do you understand? That's another thing why I love Wix. So those are all the forms that I have for you guys today. I basically spoke on forms that I have used. I don't want to just go online and just research and find, because when I was doing my research for this video, I actually found a lot of forms, online builders. But I want to basically share with you guys something that I have used by myself. I know that actually works, and what their different unique standpoints are. Jot forms and Wix forms and definitely type forms, they all have automations, meaning that when someone fills your form, they automatically get an email, either welcoming them to the community, giving them a certain book that their email was supposed to give them access to a mobile app. So that being said, let's go into the tips, guys. So the first type of form I'm going to talk about would be a form that you create to get the contact information of your audience or your customers, potential customers, clients, whoever. So the way it is here, the trick is this: you want to make their email, name, and phone number a payment method for a particular good or service. So you can say, okay, I'm going to be having a free webinar for everybody, and for you to be able to qualify for the webinar, you're going to have to fill in your name, your phone number, your email address. Once they do that, they have access to the free webinar. But guess what? You also have their contact information. Another way is for you to give a discount. Say, okay, there's 50% discount available. If you want to have access to it, put in your name, your email, and your phone number, and then they automatically get a mail back. So that's one perfect way to actually get people to fill forms with their contact details. Another way to go about it is, it's not really in a form kind of way, but it's also regarded as a form. So when you're using a storefront, obviously if someone wants to buy something from you on a store, they have to put in their information. That's another way of getting people's contact information. That is a form, but it's already inbuilt into your website. So if you're building your website by yourself, you would add that form to it. That's why I made mention of form builders that can be integrated with your website. So then you have that form on your website. So basically, when they are purchasing goods from you, they'll fill in their details before getting their order, or going through with the order process and all. So that's another way of getting people's contact information. Let me know if this video was helpful for you guys. Leave in the comment section below any form builders that you have used that is perfect, so that other people can also learn from that and check them out. I'll put the links to all these form builders in the description below. Do well to subscribe to my channel and like this video, guys, and share with people. The reason why I know that there are people that don't know about forms is because 2 of my friends have actually DM'd me to ask me about forms, and I'm like, are you serious? You don't know how to create forms online? Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.